Now, do you, I don't know, ever find yourself trying to imagine the lives of the strangers you see around you? Well, if it happens when you're on a bus in Northampton, you may have a driver with a very unusual alter ego. By night, Brian Pert is a rising reggae music star. Now, he moved here from London in 2016. He got his big break after one of his tracks was played on BBC Radio Northampton. Edward Adu has been to meet him.
Brian has been driving buses in Northampton for 6 years, but he's no ordinary bus driver. Behind the scenes, he's a singer and songwriter who's been involved in the music industry since 2009. Music has always been a big part of his life, especially when he was growing up in Jamaica.
I think it's a rite of passage, it's a heritage, and it's more than music to me, it's a way of life.
Can you give us a rendition of one of your tracks? We're going to put you on the spot now.
This is my story. Whatever kill me, build me. Can't break me down, I'm more than titanium. I've been through mad situation, bad situation.
His route takes him past BBC Radio Northampton.
I'm looking at the station, I'm like, how do you get, how do you get on the airwaves?
You heard me talking about buses, and then you called the radio station. We had a chat, and I ended up playing your record. Was that the big wish?
Listen, that was a dream come true for me. That was a moment like, you see, all you have to do is try.
Brian often sings whilst he's driving his bus, but many of his passengers aren't aware of the extent of his musical talent.
Unless you're listening, you probably won't hear me.
So what, you're humming?
I'm not humming, I'm singing, but if you're sitting back there, it's not that easy to hear me. Being on the road, it can be challenging. You might find somebody step on there smiling, and the next person might look like they want to fight you. So really and truly, singing, and it just gives me kind of a joy. Making the music is easy, but then it's getting the masses to listen to it. It's really hard, especially if you don't have the financial backing to do it. It does take a lot of balancing, because you finish driving a bus, you feel tired, you feel deflated after being on the road for so long, but then the music is calling. If I'm feeling low, anything like that, I mean, music uplifts you.
Influenced by artists like Phil Collins and Bob Marley, he's had a taste of what it's like to go on tour, but ultimately hopes to one day focus on music full time.
It's not the easiest thing, but it's what I want to do. So I really do hope, people will get on board with this dream of mine.
Edward Adu, BBC Look East, Northampton.
Oh, Brian, what a joy you are. Passengers are very lucky to have him, aren't they?